Since gliding his way into millions of homes during the 1984 Olympics, Scott Hamilton has become synonymous with figure skating. Despite his success, some recent career challenges and a battle with cancer had Scott skating on thin ice. But this Thanksgiving, he returns to the rink with Christy Yamaguchi, Dorothy Hamill, and others for Kaleidoscope, a national television special to support cancer research. Scott talked with me at his home in Nashville about his triumph over cancer, his new family, and his faith.
Losing my mother to cancer put me into the cancer community. We started fundraising within a year of her passing, and it changed my life forever. Having cancer myself, I realized that there are issues in this community that really need to be addressed. I thought with support, education, and obviously the never-ending funding of research that needs to be helped as well. So with Kaleidoscope on Ice, the show that's coming up, and with Santa Fe Venice and their pharmaceutical company and their commitment to this event of raising awareness for all women's cancers, it's just a thrill to be able to participate in things like this.
How difficult was it getting back into shape?
It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. You know, it's been a year of just trying to teach my body how to do this again, and it's difficult. I mean, I forgot just how long it takes to accumulate the strength and the timing and the rhythm and that quickness that you need and the stamina that you need to pull this stuff off.
When you went into retirement, you've said that you felt like you lost your significance.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you recovered that?
You know, it's like that midlife thing. You know, it can be really destructive or it can be really constructive. For me, it was you know, getting married, starting a family, and I got baptized, and I committed myself spiritually, and I've really embraced that in the second half of my life.
How has your relationship with God grown through all of this?
For me, I really feel like every day is a learning experience. And when I told Tracy, my wife, that I had a brain tumor, she didn't stop and say, oh, or anything. She just looked at me, grabbed my hands, and started to pray. And I realized that that's the only place to go, because that's where it all happens. And it was a real strong, amazing moment in my life. You know, I'll say that, you know, a glass shattered will never do what it did before, but if you hold it up to the light, it can make rainbows. It can create beauty that it couldn't do before. So scars are much stronger tissue than what it replaced. It'll never cut there again. You know, these are things that when you look at them from a different angle, it gives you great strength. And I guess my place in a lot of this is to say, okay, I've had a childhood illness that made me the littlest one in my class, no health, and I got through that. I got through failing in skating. I've got through the loss of my parents. I've gotten through broken relationships. I've gotten through cancer and chemotherapy and surgery. And I've chosen to really love life like I've never loved it before.
When Scott recently participated in a cancer benefit in Cleveland, his first appearance in 5 years, he wasn't sure what to expect.
I never thought I'd be back there again. And it was such an incredible realization that everyone there, you know, really wants to be lifted up. They want a great moment in their lives. They want to share in something that makes them feel good and more powerful, and that they can actually do this. And you know, it's extraordinary. It's an extraordinary opportunity just to look at a cancer patient and say, I admire you.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
Whatever I accumulate as far as recognition or awards, if I can inspire people to better lives, great. That'd be really wonderful. But ultimately, it's how I raise my boys. Every night, my head hits the pillow and I thank him for Tracy and for the boys. And I say, I'm giving them to you. And I want them to embrace you and to live their lives by you, through you, with you. Every night, I thank God for these boys and the life that I've been given.